All right, Dempsey, once more for old time's sake. Hoorah!
What's going on, guys? It's Patrick here. And is it just me, or does it feel like Zombies is making a comeback? Over the last few months, old faces in the community have started popping back up again. Other Zombies YouTubers are reporting tons of fans returning, and there's even just little things like COD Zombies TikTok seem to be growing ever more popular. And then you even have me. The Fortnite sellout himself has made a return to good old Zombies. Now, the COD Zombies community is, if not anything else, resilient. I can't think of any other community that manages to completely fall off so hard, yet somehow, time and time again, manage to make its way back up, like a phoenix being reborn from the ashes. We saw Zombies die after Black Ops 1 as fans moved towards Modern Warfare 3. After Origins and Black Ops 2, the community fell off even harder with the launch of GTA 5, sucking all of the oxygen from the YouTube gaming space. But then, a year later, as top 5s began to gain in popularity, the community once again resurged to blossom into a golden era of Black Ops 3 Zombies. We even saw huge returns from fans with Zombies Chronicles and even the release of Black Ops 4. Time and time again, this community manages to rally, and it seems like once again, it's happening. The Zombies community is returning. So I'm kind of making this video as a response to something I tweeted out over the weekend. It was really simple, but it got a lot of traction. I said, Zombies is actually sparking back up. That was it. This simple, stupid tweet about a dead game got 150,000 impressions with 24,000 engagements and nearly 4,000 favorites. And this to me was a huge sign. All over the place, I'm seeing fans and YouTubers alike returning, along with a ton of other great signs. So, what I want to do in this video is first talk about the evidence which proves that Zombies is returning, and then also look at what this means for the longevity of the community as a whole. Now, before we do get into it, if you guys could please subscribe to the channel for Zombies content. We're getting really close to 3 million subscribers, and that would be awesome. But yeah, let's do this. So the thing that makes the most sense to look at first are the numbers.
The numbers, Mason.
I want you guys to actually get an idea of what we're looking at with some hard data. So first, let's take a look at Google Trends with the last 2 years' searches for Call of Duty Zombies. So if we look at the major spikes here, both actually happen to occur on the release of new CODs. So October 2018 was the release for Black Ops 4, and then we actually saw the exact same thing happen for Modern Warfare last November. And basically what this shows is both general interest in the game as well as people wondering about new releases. They're asking, did this game have zombies or not? So that kind of gives you a baseline. But what is super interesting is the spike we are seeing now. So at the start of April, this spike peaked with 57% of the search interest that Black Ops 4's launch had. That is pretty huge. And in comparison, the highest of all last spring and summer saw was 40%. So without any announcements of Zombies or any info on the next new COD, there is already more interest in Zombies than last year when we were in the middle of a Treyarch development cycle. But there's still certainly more than that, and I want to look at some specific YouTubers. Now personally, I can attest to an increase in views over the last 2 months. I've seen my views increase from 6.5 to 9 million views, and while this is very anecdotal and circumstantial to me returning to Zombies, I still think it's a good sign. But I mean, other YouTubers are seeing success as well. Mr. T-Lexify saw a 180% increase in views in the last month, according to his Social Blade. And even on Twitch, he's been crushing it with his Round 100 attempt series. I've also seen streamers like Codename Pizza and Chopper tweet that they have been reportedly seeing great numbers on Zombies. And I know exactly what you're thinking. This is all artificial. Due to quarantines, views are currently up across the board, and it's not that Zombies is doing better, but rather the whole gaming, streaming, YouTube market is trending upwards right now. And you are right to a degree. There are more people watching content right now, so due to an overall shift in demand, views are just up across the board. And while this does take away from my arguments a little bit, I've got one more huge piece of data that I think really changes everything. Tim motherfucking Hansen. So for those of you who don't know Tim, he's the guy who inspired me to start my Zombies retrospective series. As an up-and-comer, he's been absolutely crushing it for over a year now, and because of this, I think he's a shining example of the Zombies community revival. If we look at Tim's views alone, we see he did great last summer with the end of Black Ops 4, but when that game died, he didn't. And that's the key. In October, he matched his peak summer DLC views, and then he passed those views in January and February, well before most of the world was quarantining. Zombies was continuing to thrive on his channel, and I think that shows that the community was already in rally mode before the quarantine. People were still hungry for more Zombies content. And to take that whole quarantine idea a little bit further, I don't even know if that is a fair argument at all. Because honestly, I think if a game is dead, it's dead. See, like, no shift in market trends are going to get viewers watching again. People have time off, but they are actively choosing to watch Zombies content right now. And for a game that has released nothing new, that's a pretty big deal. But there's something else that is huge, and I think a lot of people might be overlooking this. And that is Warzone. So since its release, Warzone has been absolutely crushing it. In the last 7 days alone, Warzone has been in the top 5 games on Twitch, and even with Valorant, a new game artificially inflating its views, it's killing it. And let me just reiterate that. A Call of Duty game is consistently staying in the top viewed games on Twitch. This is monumental for Call of Duty as a whole, and a rare oddity that we've never seen. COD has historically performed pretty poorly on Twitch, and for the first time, it's actually doing really well. This is especially true when we see that huge streamers have been moving over from Fortnite. Think about all those new eyes on Call of Duty. And so not only is this great for the series, but it's also great for Zombies itself. This shows that there are tons of eyes on Call of Duty, and so this means more potential eyes on Zombies. See, right now we have all these Warzone players with Call of Duty in their head, and the next COD is going to start and get teased likely in the next month or two, which is now going to be more and more eyes. And oh, wouldn't you know it, the next COD is going to be a Treyarch game, which will 99.9% likely feature Zombies. Call of Duty as a whole is prospering right now, and that is a great sign for its beloved third game mode. Not only are the diehard fans returning, but there is a lot of potential to get new eyes on Zombies. So, with that said, let's actually talk about what this means for Zombies moving forwards. I wanted to make this video to highlight the potential in the community right now, but I also do need to keep things realistic with you guys. This is not going to be Black Ops 3 all over again. The Z House is not returning, and I mean, there's not even any new content right now. But what this does mean is that people are coming back more so for nostalgia and love of the old stuff. In a way, I'm seeing a sort of mirrored return to Minecraft from last summer. That's people coming back for the same old rather than because of updates. And while this is really good, it also does have some complications. See, people are coming back to play old stuff, but the problem is that that can't last forever. It's certainly enough to fire up the engine, but not enough to keep going for longevity. Fortunately though, hype is on our side. Once Black Ops 5 gets announced, this will very likely continue driving that hype train into the summer and even fall. For pretty much every single Treyarch game, things slowly build up towards a Zombies release. And so in my experience, I think we can foresee the Zombies community making a rebound for certain the next 4 to 6 months. But, and this is the big contingency, in order for the hype to drive any further than that and a real renaissance to take place, if you will, the rest is going to fall on Treyarch. See, right now it feels like the community is doing exactly what it needs to do. We're ramping up. But we can only do so much, and once October gets here, we're going to be passing on the torch to Treyarch. Do you guys remember the Black Ops 4 Zombies release? That was insanity. The community was so charged up for like a month, and then things died out because the game just wasn't solid. And I think if Treyarch is unable to create an enjoyable Zombies experience, this is going to be the most likely outcome again this year. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. We don't have a lot of evidence to suggest that Black Ops 5 should be amazing. The main zombie storyline has come to an end, so already this is going to be polarizing to some fans. Furthermore, Jason Blundell has left Treyarch. And say what you want about Black Ops 4 sucking, this is a bad thing. The mind behind almost every Zombies classic, okay, we're talking Mob, Origins, Shadows, Drag, Gorog, Crovey, that's gone. And so while it may just be one person, there is no denying that Jason was a huge asset in the development of Zombies, and this is going to be a challenge for the series moving forward. Another huge issue is that Treyarch is back on a 2-year development cycle. With Sledgehammer now out of the mix, they will now have one less year to make this game. Now, while this is another challenge that Treyarch faces, it's not necessarily bad. While Black Ops 3 clearly prospered from a 3-year development cycle, remember that Black Ops 4 also had 3 years and was a failure. On top of that, Black Ops 2 made some masterpieces and was made on a 2-year development cycle. So a 3-year development cycle does not guarantee anything. It seems to me they're going to be facing a big challenge, but it's not necessarily going to be an impossible task to create good Zombies maps. But I also think there is some truly good news. First and foremost, Treyarch is probably going to have more resources for Zombies this time than they did last launch. So with the trend of Battle Royale sort of fizzling out and Warzone just releasing, I cannot imagine a Battle Royale to be on Black Ops 5's game's launch. Maybe they'll do something this time next year, but there's no way they would have a new Battle Royale after Modern Warfare just made one. See, in an effort to get a Call of Duty Battle Royale out, Blackout consumed Treyarch's resources, and we know that this is a big part of why Zombies got shafted. So hopefully this next game will be able to put more emphasis on Zombies like Black Ops 3 did. And also on the positivity train here, there is evidence that shows Treyarch can prosper without Jason. You guys know the map 9 from Black Ops 4? That was fantastic, and if rumors are true, this map was actually not led by Jason, which shows that the team can certainly manage without him. So there you have it. As a Zombies YouTuber, I've lived through 3 revivals: Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Chronicles. And with that past experience, I gotta say that to me, things are starting to feel the same way they felt for the resurgences of those games. The community has had a much needed breather this year, and even in my comment section, I'm seeing tons of people saying that they too are coming back and playing Zombies. Right now, it just feels like we're in a great spot with tons of potential, and I hope the community will continue to rally into the summer. And honestly, if history can tell us anything, I have the utmost confidence that it will do so. This community never ceases to rally. But at the end of the day, we are still at the mercy of Treyarch, and really all we can do for them is hope that we get a good set of maps. That and get interest going in the game again, because if they see hype for their game, that can only lead to a better end product for us. So, guys, thank you for watching. I really hope you're as excited for Zombies as I am, and honestly, let's just make this a great summer. That's really all we can do, I think, at this point. Also, please subscribe if you do want to see more Zombies content on this channel. And as always, peace out, you frickin' nerds.
Yo, this a war zone, homie. Say you ready and prepared. Take a minute, make them aware. Well, I'll be sneaking in the back, but it's what the clap. Homie, life ain't fair. Caught me crawling through the